One of the most interesting books ever written on human motivation was Machiavelli's book, The Prince. Anybody ever read that? Some of the best advice and some of the worst advice ever given to human beings. Machiavelli said human beings are motivated by two things. He just decided to let's simplify, love and fear. He said love is too fickle, therefore motivate through fear. What's wrong with that advice? Anybody see anything wrong with that advice? Have you seen in your business lives some companies who have lived that advice? Way too many people in management positions have lived that advice. You know what's wrong with that advice? First of all, are people ever motivated by fear? Yeah, absolutely. Look at a context of war, for example. People are motivated by fear to do things, acts of courage and boldness that they might not otherwise do in their normal lives. Yes, fear can motivate. In a challenging, difficult environment, it's in the backs of everybody's mind. But you know what? If you try to motivate people through fear, what happens? What's that? It's not sustainable. You know why? Number one, people resent it. Number two, people are smart. If you motivate through fear, the reason it's not sustainable is this. People figure out pretty quickly how to do the least they can get away with while still avoiding the feared consequences. Isn't that interesting? It's a minimization strategy. You can't sustain it. You cannot sustain excellence with a strategy like that. Well, wait a minute. If Machiavelli, if he said there are two forces, love and fear, and love is too fickle, therefore motivate, well, what are we going to do then? You know the kind of love that was fickle? Love of the prince. That was the name of the book. Love of a person. You know about the polls, the presidential popularity polls, up and down, and it's very fickle. But you know the kind of love that's not fickle? That relationship we stand in to our deepest values is a relationship of love. The things that matter the most to you, you love. That kind of love not only is not fickle, it's the least fickle thing imaginable. It's the foundation for everything in your life. If you can motivate people through that kind of love, their connection to their deepest values and their highest aspirations, you get a form of commitment that you can never otherwise attain. Machiavelli, in a different book, once got it right. He said mercenaries never make the best soldiers. You know what he meant? People never do their greatest over a long period of time just for money. They got to believe in what they're doing. They got to be fighting for something they love.